What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again for the second preview. So now we have number 2 seeded in the Central, Dallas, versus number 3 Minnesota. So Dallas finishes the season with 47, 21, and 14, 108 points, lost the division to Colorado on the last day of the season. Then Minnesota finishes at 46, 25, and 11 with 103 points. So 5-point differential between the two teams. Dallas finishes second in the Central, fourth in the West, eighth in the league. Minnesota finishes third in the Central, sixth in the West, and 11th in the league. Goals for: Dallas scores 285, Minnesota scores 246. Goals against: Dallas allows 218 to Minnesota's 225. So when Dallas has both the edge in goals for and goals against. So goal differential is plus 67 for Dallas, and goal differential for Minnesota is plus 21. Meetings between these two teams. On December 29th, 2022, in Minnesota, Dallas wins 4-1. On February 8th, 2023, Dallas wins 4-1 in Dallas. And on February 17th, 2023, Minnesota wins 2-1 in a shootout in Minnesota. So Dallas wins the season series 2-1. And moving to factors for these teams. So factors for these teams. For Dallas, I have to say depth and offense. This team has a fantastic offensive potential, and with Peter DeBoer coming in, Rick Bowness is a very defensive coach, very conservative. DeBoer, I think, has allowed the Stars to show up finally. This is the Dallas Stars team that I've been thinking that we should have been seeing for years now. They have all these. They've got two sets. They've got two sets of eras with Ben, Sagan. Klingberg's moved on, but he used to be part of that, and Bishop used to be part of that. And that old guard is still here and young enough to be good. Meanwhile, you have the new guard of Robertson, Hintz, Heiskanen, Ottinger, all these guys still also very young and very hungry. So it's a combination of the best of Dallas, and that's what I'm saying. So that's definitely a big part for Dallas. For Minnesota, I gotta say it's motivation. Minnesota has been not gotten out of the first round since 2015. They think that they have a team good enough to do that, and with the cap penalties, it's impressive that they're even here to begin with. So I think Minnesota's looking to show what this team can do. I was thinking about giving Minnesota the goaltending status the category, but it's going to be Ottinger versus Gustafsson, and the backups are Wedgwood and Fleury. So Fleury, I think, will definitely be the better backup, so I might honestly write that as a factor. I'll just write, actually I'm not going to write that as a factor, because what are the odds you're going to have a backup, but I will say Minnesota does have better goaltending depth than Dallas, although Wedgwood is a very good goaltender in his own right. So, question marks for these teams. I couldn't really come up with one for Dallas. However, Eriksson Ek for Minnesota, they say he's skating. Will he be ready for Game 1? We shall see. In terms of that, who do I think is going to win the series? I'm going to take, it's going to be a hard-fought series, and I think Minnesota's lineup is a bit more built for playoffs than people give it credit for. And I think Dallas's lineup is, I think, a bit more regular season-based. Therefore, I think it's going to be a long series, but I think Dallas is going to come out on top in the end. So, again, we'll recap all of these in the bracket that I put out. But, yeah, I think that's going to be it. I think Robertson and Hintz are going to have to work some of their magic. And if we'll see if Kaprizov can be the one that's going to lead the charge for Minnesota. As Minnesota, while not having as much star power as Dallas, does have their own stars of their own right with Kaprizov. Zuccarello plays fantastic chemistry with Kaprizov. Of course, you have Hartman as well, Matthew Boldy. And on defense, you have a solidified with Jared Spurgeon, Matt Dumba, John Merrill. And you got even some grit in there with... I'm going to add that to, honestly, Minnesota. I'm going to add grit because Marcus Foligno can just give you that factor along with Ryan Reeves. So I'll add those two factors there. That's going to be all I have in this review. Leave your thoughts down below, of course, who you think is going to win in the series. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.